Hi, this has been long, long awaited. Probably not by you, but by me. So today it's finally ready. I mean, not it's finally ready. I mean, I'm finally ready. Wait. Today I'm finally doing it. The Succulent update. Come on. Come on, kids. Let's go. Come on. Come on, kids. Come on. Come on, kids. Let's go. Come on, kids. I look disgusting. Let me fix that. A little fixed. A little not. Made it a little better, but at the same time made it a little worse. Who cares? I know I don't. Okay, first and foremost, there is a lot to tell you. The last thing you saw was a little Lacey with lots of leaves in a little pot being overwatered with this thing every day. It's just spraying. Oh, I'm hot. Just mowed the lawn and I'm super sweaty. Just put me in a pot and call me a succulent. Except you're not supposed to water succulents like that, so. Yeah, so I learned since then you're not supposed to water succulents like that. And I'm a terrible succulent mom. And you do not water succulents every day. You're supposed to plant them in a pot or in the ground with very thin dirt. You guys saw me planting Stacy, Jim, Bob, and Vanessa in Wisconsin, which those are basically my succulents in Wisconsin. Technically, Vanessa's Holly Ann's, Jim Bob's is Auntie Lisa's, and Stacy's Hannah's, but they don't really take care of succulents because I'm not an expert like me. So I'm the one who does all the taking care. Oh, that makes me look gross. Okay. No, we're not doing that. But I planted them in a pot, and I used the wrong kind of dirt. And I've been texting Auntie Lisa asking her when the dirt's dry and when she's watering them, and I'm keeping track. I'm gonna see how they look. We come back, which is not gonna be till we're not going back to Wisconsin until Thanksgiving, so that's a while away. And hopefully they won't be dead by then. So the first thing after Lacey, okay, so since then, Lacey has been losing a lot of leaves. She lost so many leaves, in fact, that now she is just a little stump and nothing else. Oh, I'll get to those guys in a minute, but, right now, that is Lacey. It won't focus on it, but, yeah, there she is. That little stump right there. It's a little dried up right now because, well, I'll get to the reason why in a minute, but that's Lacey. That's what left of her. And that's fine. So here's also what I learned. It is perfectly okay for succulents to lose leaves. If they lose leaves, you can propagate those leaves and get more baby succulents. And some are supposed to just be stemmed. Like, the leaves are okay if they fall off. They'll survive. It's okay. It's okay. Little did I know that a couple YouTube videos would get me so far and my succulents would be so much more healthy if I had just done the tiniest bit of research. Luckily now I did that research and they're on the way to healing. Okay, so right after Lacey, I got actually in Wisconsin, which I have a problem. The thing is, the Meyer in Wisconsin sells much better succulents than our Meyer. So I keep buying succulents in Wisconsin and then taking them home, and then they like almost die on the way home. I'm real smart, but okay. In Wisconsin, after that, I got a succulent named Edgar, who I will show you right now. Okay, so this is Edgar. I'm going to show you a picture of him because this is him at his worst, and the picture of him I have is him at his best. Oh my gosh. She's died. Oh my gosh, she's just a shrivel. Oh, I'll get to that in a minute. So Edgar was fine. He was, losing leaves, which is fine. Okay, and then I started watering him properly. So, like I said, after I had Edgar for a long time, too, before I realized that you're supposed to plant him in freaking pots, but... So I planted him in a pot. He started to water Edgar properly. He was actually looking a lot better. Like, you can see at the bottom, like, his leaves are a lot fatter than they were. Well, the picture I'm going to show you, he looks healthy. That's when I first bought him, but he was looking healthy, and then I accidentally chopped him in half with a paper plate. So I'm not exactly sure how he's going to heal from that, but as you can see right there, there's a little chopped in half, so I just propped him against this pencil, because if I don't, he'll fall over. And he's actually on the way to mending, but he's a little dried up right now, and because I need to water him. After Edgar, I got Tracy, and she is by far the healthiest so far. She's droopy right now, but that's okay. I'm gonna water her. So she's, yeah, in this pot with little Lacey there, and okay, actually, I should just say it. The reason that Edgar and Lacey were so terrible and dried up is because I did the stupid mistake of not watering them for a week because I went out of town. We were in Wisconsin. Well, you guys know we were in Wisconsin, so I just like let them. So they were terrible when I came back. That's not a good idea. I shouldn't do that. If my dad was home, I could have told him to water them, and I'm really mad that I didn't. So they just got a little dried up, so now I have to water them again. So yeah, this is Tracy. She's very new. Only got her like 2 weeks ago. She's pretty healthy. Yeah, that's with her. Then there is then there's Lucinda, which that's Lucinda. I actually didn't know she was that bad. So what happened was I got her in Wisconsin this trip, and she actually was very healthy. When I got her, and then on the way home, I dropped her on the floor, and almost all her leaves fell out, but her roots are perfectly intact. And I was like, okay, she's fine if I plant her right away at home, and I did plant her right away. But then I skipped watering a day or two, so then they were. Now she's really dried up, but sometimes succulents can, like, come back from the dead. Or, I don't know. Hopefully she might survive. So this is Jerry. He's a cactus. I don't really know if cactuses are, like, the same thing as succulents. I'm pretty stupid, and I'm a noob at this, so, I don't know. I just put him with here. I mean, Stacy and Jim Bob are cactuses too, and Vanessa is just normal succulent. I don't know. I just put her. So I hit her. Jerry is his name. Okay, I put him here. I just am watering him normally, like the rest of succulents. Hopefully, he's probably gonna be fine. He's a cactus. Cactuses are more immortal than other succulents. Okay. Not last, because I'm going to show you what me watering them, but, next, I actually have been experimenting with a lot of propagation. So, if you don't know what that is, go research it yourself. This is not the video for that. I'm just giving you an update on my succulents. I'm not teaching you things. Do your own darn research for that. Okay. So I'm experimenting with propagation. So I have got two different types of propagation going on. Trying water and dirt. I don't know which one will work yet. So what I looked up for this is you just put okay, so first of all, I named them all very weird names like Zix, Hi, Si, Va, Vi, because they're not like fully grown succulents. They're not as important, so I didn't give them like real names, but I needed to like I'm such a nerd. I'm like writing down their like progress and how they look every day. I like waste too much of my time on this thing. But so apparently this propagation, I don't really know. You're supposed to, the video I watched said to put them in dirt, let them dry out completely, and water them after a month, and new succulents should grow. So I'm experimenting with that. I have some more dirt ones over here in this little cup. Some of these leaves are from Edgar, most of them. Some of them are from Lacey, most of them are from Lucinda because a lot of her leaves fell off in the car. And over here, yeah, I got some water, Edgar's leaves. I'm trying to water propagate, and actually, these have been in here over like a month, and they're not drying up, and they're not growing new succulents. They're just not doing anything. Actually, they're turning a little bit brown on the bottom. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but they're not doing anything. They're not growing, and they're not drying up. So I don't know what's happening with those. I'm just gonna leave them how they are. Okay, last but not least, I'm gonna water them, and I go outside to do that because this is my bedroom, and I don't want water everywhere. And I don't have fancy pots with little water trays, okay? I just put them on paper plates so the dirt doesn't get everywhere. Oh, that's another thing. You should make sure there's a little, I've learned that you should make sure that there's a little hole, that there's a drainage hole in a pot, otherwise it's gonna build up and get mold in the bottom, and, like, you know, the water is gonna build up, and shut up. Don't ask me, I'm not a rocket scientist or succulent expert. I'm a noob giving you her progress on her succulent journey. Oh, and there's Bob. He's still fake. That didn't change yet. He's still fake. Still alive. We don't care that he's fake. We still love him for who he is. I wrote his name on his on his pot. He requires the least amount of care because he's fake. But he's gorgeous, and we love him. Huh?
I need a chair.
Take your plug out and say that.
I need a chair.
Take your plug out and say that.
I need a chair.
Why do you need a chair? You're not coming out here.
No, I just need a chair that's in.
No, we're not. These are outside chairs. Yeah. Yeah, it is. They're all outside chairs. Okay, I need to film something. I have very little record. Alright, so how I water succulents is a little weird because I don't have, like I said, I don't have a little tray to catch the water, but excuse me. But what I do have is a big old jar without a drainage, not jar, pot. I keep saying jar. Without a drainage hole. So what I do is I set it on top of the jar, and then I take a jar of water, and how am I gonna get an up close shot of this? Hold on. And focus. I just pour all over all the dirt. Oh, oops! I'm not really seeing what I'm doing because of the camera. And I just make sure all the dirt's covered, and I just let it drain into the pot. And then you don't water it again until it's dry. And the dryness can take from 3 to 5 days. In my case, is more like, it's more like 4 days sometimes. About pretty much 3. Yeah, it's never really been 5 days that it takes to get dry. But yeah. So Edgar needs a little bit of extra attention because of his situation. So I need to do that off camera because it's hard for me to hold the camera. But other than that, that's it for my succulent update. A lot shorter than I thought it would be, to be honest. But I kind of gave you the quickie version. But just so you'd be up to date, so in vlogs when I'm talking about my succulents, you'd know what the heck I'm talking about. If you faithfully watch my videos. If you don't, you might not, but I wanted to make this to get it off my chest. So that's it. Goodbye. Say goodbye, vlog, really loud. Say it loud. It's not glog, it's vlog. Okay, good enough.